Hey, fellow gamers and creators, if you've been hunting for a laptop that can actually keep up with both your intense gaming sessions and those marathon editing nights, you're in the right place. I'm going to walk through a machine that promises to give you fluid frames, quick rendering, and enough power to multitask without the dreaded lag spikes. By the end of this video you'll have a clear sense of whether this ASUS ROG Strix G16 lives up to those expectations. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's dive in. First off, the heart of the Strix G16 is a 14th Gen Intel i9-14900HX. That's a 24-core processor capable of handling the latest AAA titles while you're streaming, and it also breezes through video encoding when you're cutting together a YouTube highlight reel. In practice, I found that launching a fresh game like Cyberpunk 2077 and then opening OBS, Photoshop, and a web browser simultaneously didn't cause any noticeable slowdown. It feels like the kind of horsepower you'd expect from a desktop, but packed into a 16-inch chassis. The display is another standout. It's a 16-inch QHD Plus panel with a 240Hz refresh rate, so even fast-paced shooters feel buttery smooth. What makes it practical is that the high pixel density and wide color gamut let you spot enemies at a distance in competitive play, while also giving you accurate colors for color grading footage. I ran a side-by-side comparison with a 1080p 144Hz screen, and the difference in both gaming crispness and editing detail was unmistakable. Storage and memory are generous, 64GB of DDR5 RAM and a 2TB SSD. The RAM amount means you can keep dozens of applications open without swapping, which is perfect for streamers who need Discord, a streaming encoder, a chat monitor, and a game client all running together. The SSD's capacity ensures you won't be constantly juggling external drives. I could store my entire game library plus a few 4K project files and still have room left over. Connectivity is future-ready, thanks to Wi-Fi 6E and a suite of ports that include HDMI 2.1 and a USB-C with power delivery. In real scenarios, that makes plugging into a high-speed router for low-latency online play effortless, and the HDMI 2.1 lets you hook up a 144Hz monitor for a dual-screen setup without worrying about bottlenecks. The built-in Bluetooth also pairs smoothly with my gaming mouse and headset, keeping the desk tidy. Now, let's talk about the backlit keyboard. The per-key RGB lighting isn't just for show, it's programmable, so you can assign a glow to your WASD keys for quick visual reference in dark rooms. I set a subtle teal hue for the movement keys, and it really helped during late-night sessions when the room lights were off. The key travel feels solid enough for both rapid keystrokes in competitive titles and the heavier presses you need when writing longer scripts. Because it ships with Windows 11 Pro and a lifetime Office license, you get a professional environment right out of the box. The Pro edition includes BitLocker encryption, which is handy if you travel a lot and need to protect sensitive work files. Meanwhile, having Office pre-installed means you can launch Excel to track your gaming stats or draft a sponsorship proposal without hunting for the software later. All these features add up to a machine that serves both play and productivity without feeling like a compromise. In my day-to-day usage, the laptop handled a full frame rate run of Elden Ring while I streamed, recorded, and responded to chat without any hiccups. When I switched to editing a 4K video in Premiere, the render times were comparable to my desktop workstation, which surprised me given the portable form factor. So, what are the practical takeaways? You get an ultra-responsive CPU that keeps multiple demanding apps alive at once, a high-refresh display that sharpens both gaming visuals and editing precision, plenty of fast storage for large game libraries and media projects, modern connectivity that future-proofs your network needs, a responsive keyboard that doubles as a visual cue tool, and an out-of-the-box professional OS setup with Office already waiting for you. Now, let's be honest about the pros and cons. On the plus side, the performance feels genuinely desktop-grade, the screen's refresh rate and resolution are a sweet spot for both gamers and creators, and the long-lasting battery life, thanks to the efficient 12th generation power management, means you can push through a few hours of work or play before needing a charge. On the downside, the chassis is a bit on the heavier side, so it's not the lightest travel companion, and the fan noise can become noticeable when the GPU is under heavy load, especially during long gaming marathons. Those are the only things that gave me pause. If you're looking for a laptop that can serve as your main gaming rig and your daily workhorse, the ASUS ROG Strix G16 checks a lot of boxes. It delivers the speed,